Oh yeah, dude.
It looks so weird.
Oh man.
Mhm. In a good way though. Like they killed that part, but it was just like, damn, that looks interesting.
Okay, okay. I'm
Yeah.
online now. Finally online.
All right.
So
Welcome
I'm
back.
gonna do a bullshit intro. Hello everybody. I'm Carlos Jimenez. I'm with
Well, you've been
the
online this whole time, by the way,
yeah, but
on my.
okay, but let me do the intro for my podcast if I could. If
Okay.
that's okay with you.
I'll
I
give you
mean,
time. Go
you
ahead.
good
Go
with
ahead.
that?
I'm good.
Can I do
I'm
my
good if you're
bullshit intro
good.
now, please?
To my job, please.
Okay, so I'm Carlos Jimenez with Donato Maffin, who was the jerk who interrupted, and Marcus Campbell, who is the sweetheart in the middle with the mustache. Former Marine. He's a vet, ladies and gentlemen. So if you ever see him in the street, please make sure you shake his hand and you thank him for his wonderful service to the United States Marine Corps. Um, so yeah, we're here to talk about La La Land. That's the whole podcast is about. So if you hate La La Land, just get the hell out because we're about to
Wait,
dive
we were
deep.
talking about.
We're about to dive deep into La La Land, and we're actually gonna hear Marcus's thoughts on this fantastic movie.
Dude. All right, let's start it out, man. Well, what I was saying before was like the person who recommended me that movie, yeah, told me like at first they were like on the side of how they were on the side of Ryan Gosling, Sebastian's character. And it was interesting because I almost felt like it was, where do I want to go with this? Damn, I had a really good point earlier and it kind of just faded, my bad. But basically the whole thing I was going to come down to was like how you can rewatch these movies and just go back with like different characters. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was like one of the first movies that I noticed it, or at least I was able to catch on to it, and which is why I like started rewatching movies and stuff like that. But it's interesting. So I guess what I was going to ask you was, what did you think had the right say when it came to that argument of that scene?
Fucking Ryan Gosling was an asshole. That's all I know. What do
Yeah,
you know? You're an actress.
yeah,
Fuck him. I love Ryan Gosling, but I think his character was definitely wrong. With the attitude he
yeah,
had was all. Mia never asked him to do anything. That was his
yeah.
insecurity, which he heard her on the phone with her mom, and then he was
Mm,
like, you know what, I gotta get paid. Um, and then he decided to, he took it too far. He had enough money to open up a club, but he wanted to keep touring because he wanted to impress Mia's mom.
yeah, exactly.
I
So
actually disagree. I don't think that was the case for him. I think he took it, and then he was bound by contract.
no,
Like
he wasn't bound
he
by
didn't.
contract because he left
But didn't he
anyways.
sign to go on tour? Well, yeah, but was leaving on favorable terms, and then leaving on finishing the contract. I think what his thing was is that he resent it was more of a he was mad at himself, not really mad at her, because he was mad at himself for going through the for selling himself out to become what he didn't like, which was just a robot playing a keyboard,
Yeah.
not doing what he loved in life.
Mhm.
And then it was all to get this thing that everyone requires, which is money.
Mhm.
And that made him unhappy. And the distance brought that was also brought forth between him and his girl because of it was also troubling him. And then her success as she was becoming more and more of a professional actress was also um, like it was a good thing. I'm sure he was happy for her, but at the same time, like that, there's more pressure put on the relationship when that happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think.
I'm not completely defending him, but like I'm playing devil's advocate here because
Well, you make an interesting
you know
point.
there's like implied expectations of a relationship,
Hmm.
and based off what he heard from the mother or the conversation that she had with her mother, like he didn't want to be the deadbeat boyfriend who didn't have any money, who wasn't able to provide.
Hmm.
he wanted it to be something more than that,
Hmm.
and so he sold himself out for it.
Well, objectively
And
speaking, I think he's not he's right. He's okay. Like I think what he did was fine. I think we're more along the lines talking about the argument and like the way he treated her, the shit he said, like in that dinner scene,
sure,
which
yeah,
he yeah, like cause you're right. I think what he was doing is what a lot of us would do. You know, a lot of people sell out or whatever to make a buck, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, he like that's what people dream about doing. It's not like he's, killing baby goats for a living. You know, he's doing what he loves in a way that he
Yeah.
doesn't love it.
yeah,
Yeah, but whatever. He's trying to do it for somebody that he believes he should be doing it for. However, she never asked
I
him.
think
She never said anything about it. She knew that he wasn't happy, and she told him that, and
yeah.
he still got pissed at her. So, for that reason, I say Ryan Gosling was the bad guy of that scene.
Hmm.
kind of I definitely agree with that. Just because, like you mentioned, the whole insecurity. Too. I mean, it might not be like an insecurity that is bringing him down or whatever, but he let it get the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
Is when it like looking
Yeah,
back. If you visit the movie again, you'll just see like Mia is like just pretty consistent, and he was just the one that was kind of like, damn, I can't do what I'm doing right now, or I feel like I can't do what I want to do and be
yeah.
happy. But
I think that's a good point. Yeah, I think I agree. I think he was definitely the butthole in that situation. Um,
He said, "But
but I mean, he it was a boiling point for him, and she was just trying to communicate with him, and he was doing the like, I shouldn't have to communicate to you in a way like I'm doing things, I'm showing you that I'm doing things. I shouldn't have to also talk to you about it. Does that make sense? Like you should notice. There are
yeah,
some
definitely.
people in that, there's some relationships that work out where like you should just notice, and the other person has no idea
mm-hmm.
that they should be noticing
Yeah.
certain things. But I mean, she did notice that he was going through, but it surprised her as well that he went and did it because he
Yeah.
talked so much about not liking it.
Hmm. Yeah, and then being, and also kind of, if you look at it from her point of view, it's almost like you can agree with her just because she's like consistently trying to, or not her side. You know what? Damn. Now that we talked about it, I'm like more convinced now that it's definitely, uh, Mia's win at the table.
Hmm.
Thinking
Was
about
your
it,
argument that it
uh-huh.
wasn't?
Yeah, the argument was that she was the argument for me the first couple of times I saw it was her consistently saying like, "You don't like it, you don't like it." Well, yeah, like if you hear your girlfriend telling you that you don't like something that you're doing, then maybe she's right, or you'll let it get like the best of you. So I think, in a way, I can see how people would be against her side. I'm not saying I agree with it too, but it's more like, he's trying, he's being a little stubborn, but I think you should maybe give him a little bit more space, kind of like the same way you would want that space. The
Yeah,
same way that she would want space for her stuff, like for her theater stuff. Like the what is it? The play that she's doing. She loves doing it, but she also felt shitty about it. Remember, like
mm-hmm.
when the play ended, people were talking shit. Literally the same thing that happened. Only people weren't talking about shit,
Yeah,
talking shit about him. They were more like, they were in love with him.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how I can see the side, because like she's trying to,
Mm-hmm.
but
And I would take it
yeah, that's
further too with like looking at the future. So let's say that she hadn't said anything at that dinner scene, and they decided to go with their life as it is.
mhm.
What they would have been looking at is that Ryan Gosling's character, Sebastian, right? Yeah, Sebastian would have been touring and recording with the band for years, and
Hmm.
he was not happy doing it. So if he would have kept doing it for years, he would have ended up being fucking miserable, and he would have probably resented her because he did it for her, not for him. Whereas when
And it
she
would have been
said
even.
that, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So her saying that in that dinner scene made him fucking eventually it led to like his realizing like, damn, maybe she's right, and then he missed her play, which made him feel like shit, and then he quit the band, and all that stuff happened, and it sucked, but it led him to opening up the club, which he was happy as fuck. Even at, like, I think at one point the one thing they said about the club was that the finances were decent. I don't think he was making too much money. I think he was making just enough to stay afloat. And even though he's not making a ton of money like he was before, he was happy. He was like, oh, we can live with that. That's good. So, if anything, she saved his soul. You know.
Yeah, definitely, man.
She reminded him of what his original intentions were, his original dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then it goes back to the argument again. You know, you can kind of take that argument how you want, but I just think it's interesting. Or I just really like the fact that you can look at it,
Yeah.
you know, one way or another. Especially the ending. Like, the ending is like a big what if moment. So it's just like, it ties it in perfectly. I guess it just comes down to Damien Chazelle fucking killed it with that, you know, that whole storyline, I think.
Yeah.
And it gets me every time.
Yeah.
That ending,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
All right, I feel that ending. I don't know.
The ending?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying the ending in general. It's like a
amazing,
relatable, typical what if thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh, actually, I was just gonna transition out and then reveal to the few people who are listening, just my friends and family for now, that this podcast is not about La La
right.
Land.
You have an audience, don't we?
The truth is that this is not about La La Land. All right, we're coming clean. That's not what this podcast is about. It's about we're gonna be editing movies, talking about the stuff we're working on, and rather than doing it, you know, privately, we thought that we would let everybody see ourselves working in the process. So I got my link over here where I am mostly a film editor. So you'll see me literally on Premiere editing, you know, my footage. And on another link in the description, you will find a link to Donato, who is mostly going to be working on Pro Tools. He is a composer, along with everything else that he does. He's a man of many talents, but his main focus, I believe, would be composing for now. So if you want to check out what a pro does on Pro Tools, then hop on over to his link. And this introduction will also come back on episode 1, right? It should, because this is just a live test.
Yeah, I think we should definitely iron it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But yeah, I agree. Thank you all for coming. I'm not a professional yet, more in training. But I think you know, everyone is always striving to become a better version of themselves creatively. So I guess I fit in that category.
Marcus, are you gonna like eventually put up something for people to see too?
You mean on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I have that one that I sent you guys for the production class that I'm in. That's I'll be putting something up on that. Wait, do you want to say it, like introduce it, or?
No, I was just wondering, like, so, are you gonna do like OBS and shit, or whatever? I don't know what your choice is.
You're talking about for Overflow, or just like in general, like
in
filmmaking?
In general.
Oh, filmmaking. Honestly, I feel really undecided right now, but I'm going for. I definitely want to work on editing more, and I honestly feel like my strong point is like cinematography. But like, again, like what Maffin said, man, like we're all just kind of trying to figure it out, see what our strong point is. But those are the two like lanes that I definitely want to be in.
Cool.
And then I have like a, you know, Herpy Vision. If you guys want to check it out, it's a YouTube channel that has like a few of the short films I made and some that, you know, to be honest, I was inspired by Maffin and then Jimenez was able to like help me out with a few. So we have like some history with these guys. So it's dope that we get to do this.
Amen.
But yeah, I just threw that out there.
Heck yeah.
Still learning for sure.
It's a fun time to be a creative where everything is mostly done remotely nowadays. So this is kind of our answer to how we would normally work. By the way, we've all three worked before in the same room. We used to all work together doing video production.
Back in Japan.
For the man.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about that, just type that into the chat.
And for the few people listening, I got 4 playbacks. I'm gonna assume that's probably like my sister. I don't know if that's Guillermo or Fredo, my girlfriend maybe.
I don't know. I got 7 playbacks.
Oh,
I have no idea who they are.
You are.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Overachiever.
Did you share it with anybody? What's going on here?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they just like you. They see, oh, it's Donato, he's on. I'm going. They see me and they think.
Well, my time zone.
It's that piece of shit nobody likes.
Yeah, like that.
Cocksucker.
That asshat.
Yeah, that asshat. That's what my nickname was in high school. Asshat.
Here, I'll give you a like on yours. I like yours if you like mine.
Oh yeah. I'll do
Well,
it.
I just liked it.
Well, I don't know. I gotta actually see if I like yours first.
Oh, okay. That's a good.
Yeah, I give it like. I like yours.
Good philosophy. Yeah, I'll play you a little track. All right, now you can
Beautiful.
drop a like.
Absolutely. If I could drop 2 likes, I would. Oh, let me say this real quick. Fucking something. God damn, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about something. Oh, yeah. So I was gonna do a quick little insight into what we're working on. So we have a film we're both working on. Something that I wrote and directed. Well, wrote with my sister. I directed it with a lot of help. And we're in the final stages of this movie. And Maffin is writing the music for it. Right now he's supposed to be working on a violin piece for a very dramatic scene towards the end, which I'll show you guys. Also, since you guys are friends and families, if you have like any suggestions, please fucking let us know. So that way we can improve and work on whatever we need to work on. And we'll also try to not have so much dead space, because I heard like I don't know if it applies to podcasts, but I know definitely in radio you're not supposed to have any dead air, so we're supposed to like constantly be talking. And I'm trying to keep that in mind.
I see.
Good point. So, Marcus, your job is to be the filler guy in case we zone out.
Filler guy? All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about me and Carlo. Have you seen In the Mood for Love, Maffin?
No, that's that Asian film, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we were just
from Hong
No,
Kong.
I've heard a lot about it, and I really need to watch it.
Yeah, there was this the video I sent in the chat earlier is the way they use that framing we were talking about. And I just thought it was interesting because I didn't pay attention to the framing the first time I saw that movie, right? And going back to it after that video that I was watching, it was like we were able to watch this movie through like they're trying to put you in a point of view inside of a room, I feel. And that's something that I don't know, I just thought that was pretty dope. I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a brain fart and it kind of just like
So what do you mean, like they put you in a point of view in the room?
see how I want to put this. It's like
Nice.
it's
Purple
almost
light.
okay. So you're in a home. What's up?
Sorry, nice purple light. I just saw you put that on.
Yeah, I see it.
It's pretty
A
cool.
little background.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go orange. How about that?
Oh,
Oh,
do it, dude.
You're gonna do orange. I might do that for the actual Rio episode 1. I think I got some color gels there. I might conduct.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, sorry to
Do the
interrupt,
whole-
man. Please proceed with In the Mood
No,
for
it's all
Love.
good, it's all good, it's all good. I was honestly like trying to look for my words too, so it's all good. But I want to say with that framing.
So, oh, okay. So I think what you're trying to say is, so there's a lot of shots that are done like behind doors. They're done behind windows, and basically it's a
Mhm.
frame within a frame. I think it was the Nerd Writer. He did a video on it. Fantastic fucking video. Also, shout out to the Nerd Writer for
Yeah,
being
for sure.
such a great video essayist. But yeah, so I think it's beautiful. If you've never seen it, Maffin, you should check it out. And the theme song, man, you're
I
gonna
have seen it.
love the theme song. They do this thing where that song plays whenever the two leads are getting closer and closer together. Not a spoiler. Whenever they're getting closer together, the song plays, and it always the video plays in slow motion, which I think is gorgeously done. So I think it's done in like about 6 or 8 different sequences. The first time it's played, they're total strangers. They don't know each other. The second time, they kind of like pass by each other, so there's a little connection. The third time, they talk, and so on and so forth. Beautifully done, beautifully crafted.
And when it's slowed down, you notice that it's like a little. I don't know if you guys see it or you saw it, but it's like a little choppy, like in a, like they like it was meant to be choppy for the slow motion, right?
I think so.
It was like it just gave it that effect, like it was something that they weren't supposed to be doing. Because what the movie basically is about, Maffin, is like, and anyone that's watching, it's like these two lovers who are in an apartment and they realize that their spouses are like dating other people. That's what the whole movie is about, and it's basically how they are living this fantasy of being in love with someone, but they're living the fantasy of like not cheating on the other person, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, love is like a fantasy that everyone hopes to grasp or hopes to like get to experience and stuff, but they're living like the part where it's like, okay, we have to do our part and not betray this other person of ours, and I just thought that was cool because it's like we get to watch that as a person in that apartment building because of the framing. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, dope movie, man. Watching it a second time definitely brings everything together, and like dope movie, man. You got to check it out, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's on my list. Maybe I'll watch it later today. It's only
Later
3
today. Speaking of later today, when is later today for you? Because you're in the middle of the night, right?
It's 3 a.m.
Cool. Good for you, bro.
Yeah. So if you can guess where I'm at, kudos to you. Can you guys hear my piano?
Let's not say. Yeah, we can hear you.
Test.
This is cool. I'm not gonna lie though. The whole point is that we're supposed to be working, but I cannot. I cannot work right now.
You mean
Right.
like
I'm nervous.
Can you guys hear my piano?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. All right, just checking. There's one interesting thing about OBS is like I'm not able to. By the way, I'm using OBS to stream this right now. I can't figure out how to get my plugin windows to show up when I'm choosing my instruments. So if anybody knows how to do that,
Your
hit me up
plugin
in the
windows to
chat.
show up?
So like when I clicked, if you're watching my, excuse me, if you're watching my video, and I click on the instrument, the virtual instrument plugin, so the window's popped up right now, but you can't see it on the live stream. So I'm not sure exactly how to make that work exactly. because I'm using an OBS. I'm using it as a window capture, not as like a display capture. If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah. Cool. Glad that makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm not just saying that to fill silence.
Fill the silence.
I am totally just saying that to fill the silence. All right. Is that what you wanted to hear? The truth?
No, it's not. I wanted some constructive.
Sorry.
For the truth.
Honestly, I only asked what you were doing because I just wanted you to say it. I have no idea. I go to you for everything related to IT issues.
Very well. Well, right now I'm figuring things out just like you. So I don't know. This is interesting. I thought it would show everything in the program, but I guess because the preset comes as external. I don't know. I switch to my mixer. It's also not showing up.
Oh, fucking. I just had my buddy text me, "What's up with the sausage party? Is that what you do on your days off?" I don't know if you can hear me, asshole, but the answer is yes. This is exactly what we do on our days off. Actually, it's what we do on our days on too. So there you go.
Yeah. But he wishes he was part of this sausage party.
Yeah. Your lonely ass sitting in the chamber here.
You
guys hear my chair creaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good mic you got there.
Annoying as hell. Never noticed it creak so much until we started this live stream.
That's a good.
I guess I should get a second camera that can actually see my keyboard of me playing the piano too. That would be
pretty cool.
Good to put across the bottom of my screen between the logo and our faces. Note for next time, gotta buy a new another camera. Yeah, what time is it back in the States anyway?
Here in Inglewood, California, it's 7:10 p.m.
It's what?
7:10 p.m.
Oh, okay. So that means it's 8 p.m., 9 p.m. in the central United States, and then Carlos, was it 10 or 9 there?
It's 10, 11.
10, so it's 9 o'clock in the central United States.
Oh my god.
So probably most of my audience is asleep by now on a Sunday night.
Your audience is here.
Well, I only have 2 viewers right now, so.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to get more motherfuckers into this bullshit. But
yeah, maybe less swearing would be a good way.
No, it's because our friends and family are watching, and our friends and family aren't that cool. We need like actual. Just kidding. No, but
my friends and family are cool.
We need,
I don't know about your friends.
We need like no, my friends aren't cool. My friends are. I'm pretty lame, and I'd say my friends are just like as lame as I am. So we need,
I hope everyone understands our sense of humor.
We need like. People who actually want to be part of the collaborative process, who have like some skin in this game. They want to be better as professionals and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look, he wrote back. Heard there was a party here. Laughing my ass off. I love it. I do wish I was there, low key.
Loki, he's in denial.
I'm gonna say you're invited.
Tell him to jump in the chat, man.
One more invitation.
Is that where he's
Okay, wait.
contacting me?
We'll invite you as a special guest someday. He is that's Guillermo Apollo Lofton.
Oh, okay, I see
Check
him.
him out on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and every major platform. Oh, he's on iTunes, Spotify. You see how I'm giving you a shout out right now to the 9 people watching? So make sure you check out his content. It's pretty goddamn fucking good.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. You got more likes than I do.
Oh. We'll invite you as a special guest someday. But anyways, yeah. So my buddy here, he's pretty good. Let me give another shout out to him. So not only is he, like a rapper, but he also edits his own videos, and I think he's got a true eye for production design, which is something I fucking lack. I don't know how you guys are, but like whenever you shoot your films, like putting like certain color curtains or certain color, what you're wearing and all that stuff. I don't think that way. I mostly think about staging and blocking. But it's cool that some people, and I've seen it work with him, like they have a true like natural eye for, this color will work best with this color and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so there you go. I'm sucking your dick on YouTube right now.
Yeah, man.
And it tastes pretty good.
And that's something that was like a lot more important than people may think,
For sure.
like why certain people about it. Like a lot of scenes that you look at, you can just look at something in there and think, there was a purpose for everything that was placed,
Yeah, for the colors and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or not even just the colors, even like the surroundings, like the stuff that's on top of a desk, the stuff that's like, in a car, like whatever is seen in the frame, stuff like that,
Yeah.
That's good on him, man. Hell yeah. Because I know I don't. It's like me, I see color and like maybe costume design,
Mhm.
Like those are the 2 things I kind of try to focus on, but with the whole production design, you got an eye for that, man. There's definitely people in the industry that I'm sure they're looking for.
Yeah.
It's not a huge department, but it's an important department.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you think about some of the movies that are like very visually stunning, then like you can imagine how much the art department was involved.
Mm-hmm. And there's one,
Dude, I think I watched it behind the scenes of a movie. Shoot, what's her name? That one movie. Do you guys remember that one movie with that one person?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much that I have like insomnia from it. It's so fucking good.
I must have seen it.
Jeez. What's that actress's name who was in
Let's see. Let's throw out a bunch of actresses out there.
Pirates of the Caribbean? She was the lead female.
Oh, Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, thank you. Keira.
She did that Queen movie? Is that what you're going for? She did it.
No. It's like a period. It's a period piece. Pride and Prejudice. Jeez, Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's kind of a girly story, but when it comes to the execution of that film, that's the 2005 version. Visually, musically, stunning. Fantastic film. I love that film. And there was behind the scenes that I watched about it, talking about how they had got this old house for the period house, but they couldn't touch the walls. They couldn't paint the walls or anything like that to change it up because it was a historical building. So what they had to do is they built walls about, I think it was about 6 inches to a foot off of the original wall. And then they painted the inside of the house their own color. So they were able to manipulate it that way. Because it's like this kind of palish blue color on the inside of their house in there. And it looks really nice. Yeah. But they weren't able to do that on the original walls. They had to do it on fake walls. So, if the art department was not involved, that would not have been as nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine neither of you have watched that movie.
I haven't. No,
No,
No.
no, I haven't
I
seen
have
it.
to check.
Yeah, it's not too many guys go out and watch that movie by themselves, so
Pride and Prejudice. Well, I don't
it's
mind
understandable.
watching that kind
You
of
know
movie.
what? Yeah, same. Yeah,
I
watch
love
something
Little
like
Women,
that.
for example. Oh, did you guys see that movie, Little Women?
Dude,
The new one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the new one.
I'll say this about it. I'm not a big fan of the story itself. I don't care about, these white girls from 1880 whatever, and they're like going about their love lives. I don't really care about the story itself. However, Greta Gerwig as writer and director made it so entertaining to watch. And I think she should have not only been nominated for best director at the Oscars, but like seriously considered to be the best director because, and maybe this is just bias, but again, I don't care about the story, but she told it so well that it
Yeah.
really hooked me. And I was just fascinated. I kind of wanted to not like this movie, but she made it too hard to not like that movie. It was funny and charming as hell and super entertaining. So, um,
damn.
yeah, she was, in my opinion, she was robbed. I think she did a better job than like half of the people nominated there, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good.
Did they take any awards last year or?
No, I don't think so. Maybe like best writing, maybe got nominated for best screenplay, but
What?
best adapted screenplay.
Did it even come out in time for the awards last year?
Yeah.
December 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So that's its release date. What is the release deadline for the Oscars? Because it comes out in February, right? February is the
December is playing a lot of big Hollywood. I mean, Oscar contenders come out in December. I think the cutoff might be like January or something.
Oh, this is a good question. I actually I'm going to Google this. When is the just in case we need to know.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody cares, but I'm gonna say this once and I'll say it again later. Apparently, Hollywood, if you're interested in trying to work there, they are searching for what is it? People who can color grade, color graders, and might be like I think sound. I think it might be something in the sound department. So they're looking for a lot. That's like a huge, you know,
Demand.
yeah, demand. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Yeah. So if that everybody goes to try to be a director, producer, editor, whatever, cinematographer, but like they need color graders and sound people. So check it out. Go do it.
I'll even throw in the production designers too. I throw that in there too because not a lot of people go to film school to specifically, excel in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like those departments, it's like you kind of fall into it from what I've been heard, from what I've been told. I mean, so if anyone like is ever interested in going to film school, because I know when I was first interested, I had no idea. Like, oh, I guess I could talk about this. Before I had actually joined the Marine Corps, I went to the film school, the LA Film School, for like a month, and I had just got out of high school. I was working at Cold Stone, like making ice cream and shit, and I did not have like for the school. Like once they hit that that tuition, like I could not afford it like at all. But yeah, I ended up just doing the whole Marine. Honestly, I joined the Marine Corps. Part of the reason I had joined was because so I can come back to the school eventually if I chose to do it. But yeah, that was something they definitely said they needed more of in the department. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, you know what? Well, that's why I joined the Marine Corps for that very reason, to go to a better school and have better opportunities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm seriously trying to get into University of Southern California. Don't know if they'll take my grades. Hey, did you find that answer, Donato?
I'm working on it. They changed the date this year.
Oh, of course.
So let's see.
That's good.
General entries. Let's see. Those are your awards. I want the awards. I want submission deadlines. Where's the submission deadlines? Okay, their website's not exactly like a film festival website.
If anybody's interested in what I'm doing, I am downloading stock footage for my film.
That's pretty cool.
I paid a lot.
All right,
of money.
award submissions. So this is for December 1st for animated. Yeah, December 1st. General entry, best picture and other categories, January 15, 2021. Everybody else, except for music, music is January 15. I don't know if they've updated it because the other ones are 2020 December. Well, no, it's updated. I'm sorry. So December 1st and January 15 are the two deadlines that I see on their website.
December 1st and January 15. What
Yeah,
it, like
so
a
some
regular deadline and a late bird?
so it's specific to different categories. Animated feature is due December 1st. Animated short film is due December 1st. Documentary feature is due December 1st. Documentary short subject is due December 1st. General entry, OSF, best picture and other categories, is due January 15. International feature film is due December 1st. Live action short film due December 1st. Original score due January 15. Original song due January 15. Scientific and technical award submission is closed already. And scientific and technical awards similar technologies submission is also closed already. So
Okay, there you go.
some of them already closed out, but December 1st and January 15th. So I guess, yeah, if that movie was released in December, let's see.
It was definitely
December 7th, 2019, then it would have made the general submissions if they're staying consistent.
Yeah, no, I remember it was legible. They were talking about it, how it got kind of like, it was unfair. They also gave a shout out to the director of The Farewell. So they made another big, like a big fuss because all the directors who were nominated were male. And personally speaking, I don't give a shit. Like whether it's all male, all female, all white, all black. I don't care because I don't think that it should be forced. Diversity shouldn't be a thing. Like, oh, we have to have diversity in who the best director was. I don't believe in that. However, I do think it sucks that Greta Gerwig wasn't nominated. Not because she was a woman. She wasn't. I mean, not because she's a woman or she's not a man, but just as a talented human being who did a great fucking job. She was definitely, I think, robbed a little bit. And it might have to do with the fact that she's a woman. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to tell nowadays. They're definitely trying to be less discriminatory.
Well,
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like things happen.
yeah,
It's not always.
it's not black and white,
Not always. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
or maybe it is. Maybe it's all black.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
Go back and forth.
Hey, my mom watched part of the beginning. Wow, I'm like charging my phone, but the little charger was not attached to the plug.
Well,
That makes it very effective. All right, so how about let's talk about music scores for a second.
Music? What stores?
Scores.
Oh,
on music
Well,
score.
let's go back and talk about the Batman trailer, the new Batman trailer, because I'm pretty psyched about that.
Dude.
We were not on camera when we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
looks fucking great.
And
I don't think
Pretty
there's a
excited.
standout Batman. Personally, me speaking, I don't think when it comes to who the best Batman is. Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, they all did a good job, but I don't think they were as phenomenal as some of the best characters we've seen in superhero films, or even in the Batman series. Like most of the best performances have been Joker.
Mhm.
At least like 3 times it's been Joker, and I don't think there's been a true Batman standout. So I have a feeling that the way Heath Ledger owned the Joker, I think fucking Robert Pattinson is gonna own Batman.
I would agree with you on that. Like it seems like, and here's a premise that a buddy of mine's been talking about with me for a while. Like he really could not wait for a world-class detective story with a world-class detective, which Batman is one of the most world-class, I guess, highest.
Yeah, like his superpower is the fact that he's like a detective, like a damn
Right.
good detective.
So I think we're gonna get that with this film. Like it seems like he's more of a detective in this film and less just rely